Grab your coffee, your sense of humor, and, yes, a Hawaiian shirt, because we're about to answer the age-old question that has kept humanity awake at night. What is a ukulele? Picture this. You're lounging on a sun-drenched beach in Honolulu. The waves are whispering, the breeze is doing its best impression of a gentle fan, and a melodic four-string giggle floats through the air. That little bundle of joy. That's the ukulele. Part instrument, part sunshine, and a whole lot of, why didn't I learn this sooner? Now before you think, is it just a tiny guitar? Stop. The ukulele is far more than a guitar's cute younger sibling. It's an instrument that can fit in a tote bag, makes everyone smile, and frankly, makes the guitar a little jealous. So let's dive in, explore its design, its wild origin story, its most iconic tunes, the legends who wield it, and even peek into its future. And because this is a what is video, we'll sprinkle in a few laughs along the way. Design, what it is. Let's start with the basics. What does a ukulele actually look like? At first glance, you see a small guitar-shaped body with 4 strings, but there's a lot more going on under that glossy coat. Body shapes. The most common are the soprano, concert, tenor, and baritone. Think of them as the baby, tween, teen, and adult versions. The soprano is the classic, about 21 inches long, perfect for that bright chipper sound. The concert adds a bit more room for your fingers, while the tenor gives you a deeper voice. Ideal if you want to serenade a crowd without a microphone. The baritone is the biggest of the bunch, and actually tuned like the lower 4 strings of a guitar. Materials. Most ukuleles are crafted from koa, the iconic Hawaiian wood, mahogany, spruce, or even acoustic-grade plastic for those quirky glamply models. The wood choice influences tone. Koa gives a warm, sweet resonance. Spruce adds brightness. And plastic? Well, plastic gives you that I'm on a budget and still want to sound cute vibe. Strings. They're typically nylon or nylon-wrapped nylon, softer on the fingertips than steel strings. That's why you won't see a ukulele player with calloused fingertips the size of a small mountain range. Tuning. The standard tuning for a soprano, concert, and tenor is G-C-E-A, often remembered as My Dog Has Fleas. The baritone flips it to D-G-B-E, which is basically a guitar's top 4 strings, but without the drama. Hardware. A ukulele's headstock looks like a tiny, elegant crown, and the frets are fewer than a guitar's, usually 12 to 15. This keeps the instrument simple, making it friendly for beginners and for anyone who doesn't want to memorize a novel of chord shapes. Now, why does any of this matter? Because the design is what gives the ukulele its signature sound. Bright, plucky, and surprisingly rich. Think of it as the audio equivalent of a popsicle on a hot day. Simple, refreshing, and instantly uplifting. Origins and development. Now, let's time travel to the late 19th century, when the ukulele began its accidental odyssey. The instrument we know today traces its roots to the Portuguese machete, also called the braguinha, a small 4-stringed instrument that was popular in Madeira and the Azores. In 1879, a group of Portuguese immigrants, most notably João Fernandes, brought these little guitars to Hawaii. The story goes that Hawaiian musicians, eager for new sounds, adapted the machete, stringing it with the local kai, a type of plant fiber, and giving it the name ukulele, which literally means jumping flea. Why flea? Legend says the instrument's quick, bouncy sound reminded listeners of a flea hopping around. From that moment on, the ukulele became the heartbeat of Hawaiian music. It was embraced by royalty. King Kalakaua was famously a fan, featured in hula performances, and quickly spread to the US mainland. By the early 1900s, the ukulele had landed in American vaudeville and jazz clubs, where performers like Roy Smeck earned the nickname the King of the Guitar by dazzling audiences with his virtuosic ukulele playing. During the 1920s and 30s, the instrument saw a boom in manufacturing. Companies like Martin, Gibson, and Carla began producing models that are still collectible today. The iconic Martin Style Zero ukulele, for instance, is a vintage gem that can fetch a pretty penny at auction. The mid-20th century brought a dip in popularity as the guitar stole the spotlight with its rock and roll swagger. But the ukulele never truly went away. It simply retreated to the beaches, the backyard jam sessions, and the occasional cameo in cartoons. Then, in the early 2000s, a resurgence began. Thanks to artists like Israel Kamakawiwoʻole and the rise of YouTube tutorials, the ukulele became the go-to instrument for aspiring musicians who wanted something compact, affordable, and instantly gratifying. Today you'll find ukulele clubs in schools, senior centers, and even at tech conferences. Yes, there's a Tech Uke meetup in San Francisco. If you're loving this deep dive, hit the like button, smash that subscribe icon, and ring the notification bell, because we've got plenty more What Is episodes waiting for you. Next we will look at famous musical pieces. What would an instrument be without its soundtrack? The ukulele has a repertoire that's as diverse as a tropical fruit salad. Somewhere Over the Rainbow / What a Wonderful World. Israel Kamakawiwoʻole, 1993. The most recognizable ukulele anthem. This medley combines a rainbow-colored melody with a heartwarming message. Israel's soulful, slightly off-key ukulele strumming became the audio equivalent of a warm hug. I'm Yours, Jason Mraz, 2008. A pop-folk smash that made the ukulele a mainstream star once again. The breezy percussive ukulele riff is now a campfire staple, played by everyone from seasoned buskers to enthusiastic beginners. Riptide, Vance Joy, 2013. This track showcases the ukulele's ability to drive a catchy chorus. The driving rhythm and infectious melody have made it a go-to song for cover bands and wedding receptions alike. Ukulele Lady, KKY, 1925. One of the earliest hits that put the ukulele on the map in American pop culture. Its lilting melody and gentle strum still evoke images of 1920s speakeasies. Mele Kalikimaka, Bing Crosby and Andy Williams, 1949. The ultimate Christmas in Hawaii tune, complete with breezy uke chords that instantly transport you to a tropical holiday. Three Little Birds, Bob Marley, covered by countless ukulele players. While originally a reggae classic, its simple chord structure makes it a perfect ukulele jam. Mambo No. 5, Lou Bega, covered by ukulele virtuosos. A playful example of how the ukulele can tackle even the most chaotic pop songs. Classical and world pieces. Composers have also written original works for the ukulele, from Arthur Rimsky-Nikolaev's Ukulele Suite to contemporary pieces that blend Hawaiian slack key guitar with jazz improvisation. The beauty of these songs is that they often require only a handful of chords, making the ukulele the instrument of instant gratification for anyone with a few minutes and a desire to make music. Famous players. Now let's celebrate the artists who turned a modest four-string into a cultural phenomenon. Israel Kamakawiwoʻole, 1959 to 1997. The Hawaiian singer-songwriter whose Somewhere Over the Rainbow / What a Wonderful World became a global sensation. His distinct laid-back vocal style paired with a trusty Ovation ukulele, creating a sound that's as unmistakable as a sunrise over Diamond Head. Jake Shimabukuro. If anyone proved the ukulele can shred, it's Jake. His YouTube videos, particularly Ukulele Weeps and Dragon, have millions of views, showcasing lightning-fast fingerings that would make a guitarist blush. He's performed at TED, the Grammy Awards, and even had a documentary, Jake Shimabukuro, Life on Four Strings. Bill Tapia, 1918 to 2011. The Dean of Slack Key Ukulele was a virtuoso who played well into his 90s. Bill's contributions helped preserve the traditional Hawaiian slack key style, and his career spanned nearly a century of music. Eddie Kama, a legendary Hawaiian musician who, alongside his brother Leon, helped popularize the ukulele in the early 20th century, influencing countless island musicians. George Harrison. The Beatles' quiet genius was an avid ukulele enthusiast. He often played his Martin ukulele in the studio, and his love for the instrument is evident in tracks like All Those Years Ago. Paul McCartney. Not to be outdone, Paul has been spotted strumming a ukulele on stage and even released a version of And I Love Her on a ukulele. Taylor Swift. In the age of social media, Taylor has shared numerous ukulele covers of her own songs, inspiring a new generation of fans to pick up the tiny 4-string. Grace VanderWaal. The young phenom won America's Got Talent with her original ukulele-driven songs, proving the instrument isn't just for nostalgia, it's a launchpad for new talent. These players illustrate the ukulele's versatility. From heartfelt Hawaiian ballads to mind-blowing virtuosity, the instrument can hold its own in any genre. Future. Where is the ukulele headed? If you think the ukulele has already hit its peak, think again. The little instrument is getting a tech-infused makeover that would make a Hawaiian volcano jealous. Electric and hybrid models. Companies like Reza and Stag are offering electric ukuleles that can be plugged into amps, giving the instrument a rock edge never heard before. Hybrid acoustic electric models are also gaining popularity, allowing players to perform on stage without worrying about feedback. Smart ukuleles. Imagine a ukulele with built-in sensors that sync with an app on your phone. These smart ukuleles can give real-time feedback on tuning, finger placement, and even suggest chord progressions based on the song you're playing. Some prototypes already exist, and startups are racing to bring them to market. Sustainable materials. As environmental awareness grows, luthiers are experimenting with eco-friendly materials. Bamboo, recycled plastics, and even green composite woods, while still delivering that classic ukulele tone. Global fusion. Musicians from Africa, Asia, and Europe are blending the ukulele with traditional sounds. Think Afrobeat ukulele, Indian-style ragas on a soprano, or Celtic reels on a tenor. This cross-cultural pollination is expanding the instrument's repertoire in exciting ways. Education and community. The ukulele's low barrier to entry makes it a perfect tool for music education. Schools worldwide are adopting it as a first instrument, and online platforms like Ukulele Underground and Fender's Ukulele Tutorials ensure that anyone with an internet connection can learn. Pop culture presence. With cameo appearances in movies, commercials, and viral TikTok videos, the ukulele is becoming a cultural shorthand for feel-good. Expect more brands to leverage its sunny reputation in advertising. In short, the ukulele is poised to stay relevant, maybe even grow, into the next decade. It's small, it's friendly, and it's incredibly adaptable. That's a recipe for longevity. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the ukulele world, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment with your favorite ukulele song, and share it with friends who could use a little more sunshine in their lives. Subscribe to the What Is channel and hit the bell icon so you'll never miss our next explorer's guide to the fascinating world of music, science, and culture. Thanks for hanging out with us. Now go strum something. Bonus fact. Here's a little nugget to impress your fellow ukulele enthusiasts at your next jam session. The world's largest ukulele ensemble consisted of 1,247 players who gathered in Japan in 2019 and performed together, setting a Guinness World Record. That's a whole lot of aloha in one place. See you next time.